So good morning friends, standard 11th commerce, subject OCM and chapter number 3, that is demand. See, up to last video that we learned about, first of all in this particular chapter we learn about first of all meaning of demand, second number factor affecting demand. Two types of factor is there which is related to price, number one, and second one other than price. In last video that we learn about law of demand and exceptions of law of demand. That four exceptions is there, like precious goods, very low cost goods, etc., etc. And right now we are going to discuss about the next topic of the same video, and that topic is expansion and contraction of demand, and second one that is increase and decrease in demand. See, these 2 points are almost interrelated, but one major difference is there. Which is difference is again it is connected with factor affecting demand. So as we know, in factor affecting demand, the various types of factor is there. First of all, that is related to price. Second one, other than price. And other than price, that 5 different types of factors there. Number one, choice and preference, income of the consumer, substitute goods, complementary goods, future expectations of the goods, and last one, that is a structure of population. These particular things that we discussed in earlier, right now in expansion and contraction of demand, same thing is there. So what is the expansion and contraction of demand? First of all, we started from this point and then we discuss increase and decrease. So here expansion and contraction, when other determinants are assumed to be constant, remain same, and price is varied. It means that other things remain constant, other things remain same, other factors other than price, consumer taste and preference, consumer's income, all the factors related other than price are become same. And if there is a change in price, price varied, then we can say that it's an expansion or contraction of demand. And this particular word we already used in the law of demand. Okay, so as we discussed in the law of demand, so what do you mean by law of demand? That if other price remains same, if price increase, demand contrast, price decrease, demand expand. So that we learn in that particular thing. So here, if price varied, then we can say that there is a change in the demand. If price fall, so here if price fall, the expansion in demand. It means that if price falls, price decrease, expansion in the demand. And if price rise, contraction in the demand. Okay, so as we discussed in the law of demand, if price increase, contraction of demand, if price decrease, expansion in demand. So this is the meaning of expansion and contraction of demand. Let us take one example. Price of commodity, that is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Probably the demand, if price 5 rupees, demand 1. Price 4, demand 2. Price 3, demand 3. Price 2, demand 4. Price 1, demand 5. So here we can see that when price of the goods are falling down, that demand is expanded. Okay, and gradually if price of that particular goods is increased, demand contracts. So here we can see that the law of demand as well as expansion and contraction of demand. So here with the help of diagram we will understand. So here as we discussed, price we have taken here, demand on the y-axis, here x-axis and y-axis. So here first of all, when base price that we can take is 3. So here we can see here commonly we have to take 3. Means that when price of that particular goods is 3 rupees, demand also 3 unit. Now you can see that if price increase 4 and 5, for example, price increase 3 to 5, demand contracts 3 to 1. And if price decrease 3 to 1, demand expand 3 to 5. Here you can see that if price is decrease 3 to 1, demand increase 1 to 5. And if price decrease 3 to 1, demand increase, that is 1 to 5. So here, this is the A point which we take as a base. This is the contraction of demand, and this is the expansion of demand. Okay. So here, this is the expansion as well as contraction of demand. That is, if other factors remain same, it means that there is no change in other factor. But if only price is changed, then it's directly effect on demand. And as we discussed, price falls, demand expand, price rise, demand contracts. That we already discussed in the law of demand. So this is expansion and contraction of demand. If this type of question should be asked, you have to write it down. First of all, this particular information, that table, graph, and explanation of graph. That much thing that you have to write it down in your answers. Same as the second point is that, and second point is increase and decrease in demand. So here it's a totally opposite of expansion and contraction in demand. What we learn in expansion and contraction, that is other things remain same. Is price fall and price rise. Here what we have to learn, if other things remain constant. Other things remain change, but when there is a change in price, what should be the change? So here, if price same contrast other than other factor changes, that price is same, but when other things remain constant, other things remain changeable. For example, the taste and preference of people is changed, income of the particular people is changed, future price expectation that they are doing, substitute goods and complementary goods price are related to it, and population is there. So when price remains same, here price remains same, but there is change in the other factors of affecting demand. Whatever changes is there, that we can see it's an increase and decrease of demand. Okay, so one thing that you have to keep in your mind. First of all, when there is change in price, other things remain same. Change in price, it's expansion and contraction of demand. But here, when price same, other factors remain change, it's an increase and decrease of demand. Okay. So same here, what is the causes to change the demand other than price? 5 factors is there as we discussed earlier. Number 1, taste and preference of the people. Number 2, that is income of people. Number 3, complementary and substitute goods. Number 4, that is future expectations price. And number 5, that is we can see that a population structure. So this is the change. Let us take one example. This price is same in all matters. The price of goods is remain 3. Here demand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here demand is changed, price remains same. It means that other factors affected, whether it is taste and preference, income, whatever. Okay. So what is changed in this particular thing? When price is 3, demand also 3. When price same, but there is change in other factors, demand decrease. And here demand increase. For example, here income of people is increased. So definitely the demand increase. Okay. And here income decrease, demand decrease. Same as 5 factors are affected. Here we can draw with the help of example graph. Here demand is there, here price is there, here price is same, that is 3. But due to other factors, okay, that demand here it's a increase. Okay, so this is the, we can say that it is called expansion and contraction as well as increase and decrease in the demand. When price is same, there is change in other factors. Okay, the D1 is shows the basic price and basic demand. D1 D2 D2 is when a price is same but due to some reasons that demand is decreases. And D3 is shows due to other factors price same but due to other factors that demand is increased. Okay, so here in short we can say that when there is change in price is expansion and contraction of demand, and when other than price factors change it's a increase and decrease in the demand. Okay, let's see. Okay, so after the completion of the first topic, that is expansion and contraction as well as increase and decrease in demand, the next point is individual as well as market demand. So this point is also very easy point for us, as well as we already use that particular two words in our routine life also, that is individual per person, okay, single person, or market demand. Okay, so here let me learn about with the help of example individual demand as well as market demand. So first of all we learn the definition of individual demand and market demand, and then we discuss that is example regarding it. So here what is the individual demand? The demand of goods by an individual consumer at a given price at a given particular time. It means that order of goods demanded for only one person of a consumer at a given price at a given time, means that at that time that consumer is ready to do the order, that is called an individual demand. Once again, demand of goods by individual consumer, only one consumer, that is called an individual demand. For example, we are going in a restaurant. 5 friends are there. One friend is demanding pizza, another one burger, third one that is ice cream with brownie, fourth one that is dosa, and fifth one that is Manchurian. So here for first one that's particular goods, for second one that particular goods, it's an individual demand. And when we are meet together the sum of all, that is called a market demand. Same way here, a sum of the goods of an individual consumer, that is called individual demand at a particular price at a particular time. It means that at the same time he or she, whatever consumer is there, that they are ready to buy the particular goods. Second one, the sum total of individual demand of existing consumers in a market is called market demand, but most important one at a given price and at a given particular time. Okay, so here the sum total of all the individual demand is called market demand. So two types of demand is there. Number one, that is individual demand, that is a goods of demand by individual consumer, only one consumer, that is a given time and given price, that is called an individual demand. But here the sum of such individual demand of existing consumers in the market, that is called market demand. But two another most important things in that, number one, that is at a given price, and number two, at a given time. It means that at a given time that he is ready to buy at a whatever time, whatever price is there. Let us take one example, that is price of commodity is there here 10, 8, 6, 4 and 2. So this is the price. Now we learn different types of demand by different person. For here demand of person A, B and C, and last column that we learn a total demand. It means that total of A, total of B and total of C. So here we can see when 10 rupees price is there, A person demanded 1 items, B 2 and C 3. So market demand 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6 units. Same as when price decrease, as we discussed that price decrease, demand expand. Okay. So here price decrease 10 to 8. Person A demanded 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit. So 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is 9. So here in this way we can see individual demand of A, individual demand of B, individual demand of C, and total of it, that is called a market demand. Let us take that example in a graph. This is for example that is person A, price is there 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, demand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that we can see with the help of D1, D1. Same as here, for price is same, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, for B 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, demand 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. But what is the demand of B? So here demand of B, that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here that is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is for a person B. Now same as for person C also. Here price 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, demand 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here that is 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So in this way we are finding individual demand, that is demand A, demand of person A, demand of person B and demand of person C. Now market demand, that is A plus B plus C. So here 6, here 9, 12, 15, 18. So same way here we are drawing that particular graph. Here price 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, market demand. Here we are taking 1 centimeter is equal to 5 cm. 1 centimeter is 5 unit. So 5, 10, 15 and 20. But here when price is 10, demand is only 6. So here 6. Second one 9. When price 6, demand 12. When price 4, demand 15. When price 2, demand 18. So here with the help of example in a tabular form as well as in a graph form, we can learn market demand as well as individual demand. So again, what we learn in this video, first of all we learn about the expansion and contraction of demand, then increase and decrease of demand. What do you mean by expansion and contraction? When there is change in price, whatever change in demand, that is called expansion and contraction. Other things remain same. But here in increase and decrease, when other things constant, when there is a change in price, that is called increase and decrease. Other things change, price constant, that is called increase and decrease. And that we learn individual as well as market demand, a demand of particular person, one consumer, that is called individual demand, and sum total of an individual demand of existing consumers in a market is called market demand. But two important words is there. Number one, at a given price. Number two, at a given time. So this is all about this video, that we learn two topics, expansion and contraction as well as individual and market demand. Next one, that is increase and decrease in demand. Okay, so only one point is left, that is elasticity of demand, that we learn in the next video. Okay, thank you.